Reprogram your mind for action over feeling. Tired of knowing exactly what you should do, but feeling paralyzed by fear, doubt, or simple lack of motivation? We've all been there. Today, we're not just talking about productivity tips. We're talking about fundamental change. I'm going to show you how to activate the action over emotion strategy and literally reprogram your mind for action over feeling so you never let your mood dictate your results again. The shift begins. There was once a dreamer with a powerful vision, someone who knew exactly what they wanted, but always lived one step behind their potential. Not because they lacked ambition, not because they lacked intelligence, but because they had been trained, silently, unconsciously, to obey emotion before action. Every time progress called, hesitation whispered. Every time momentum built, doubt slipped in. Every time the first step appeared, the mind demanded perfect conditions. One day, this dreamer noticed something. Their life was not being shaped by their abilities, but by the seconds they kept delaying. That realization cracked something open. They understood that waiting for motivation was the trap, and action, even the smallest action, was the escape. That was the day they stopped waiting to feel ready, and for the first time, they started using action as the driver, not emotion. Before we go deeper, if you are willing to mastering your mind and learning the systems high performers use to win, hit subscribe, tap the bell, and like. Because every week, we break down the psychology behind execution. Not motivation, not hype, execution. This is Ornick's Mindset, the home of the action over emotion strategy. The lie that controls your life. Most people think they need the right emotion before taking action. They wait for confidence. They wait for motivation. They wait for inspiration. But here's the truth. Emotion follows action, not the other way around. If you wait to feel ready, you will wait for the rest of your life. Ambitious thinkers don't move because they feel like it. They move because they said they would. And that shift, from emotional permission to disciplined execution, is how you rewire your brain. The 2-minute rule, the action that reprograms your brain. Now let's talk about the most powerful psychological trick used by high performers, elite creatives, top athletes, and thinkers who refuse to negotiate with emotion. The 2-minute rule. Here's how it works. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. If a task takes more than 2 minutes, do the first 2 minutes of it. That's it. Because the brain doesn't resist the task, it resists starting the task. 2 minutes bypasses the emotional resistance that usually sabotages your momentum. Why does it work? Because your brain is built on identity loops. Every time you start immediately, you're rewiring the loop. You're telling your mind, I am someone who acts, not someone who waits. The 2-minute rule is not about finishing the task. It's about creating the identity of a finisher. And once you start, your brain naturally wants to continue. Action pulls emotion behind it. Momentum is created. Procrastination dies in the first step. The first step effect. The hardest part of anything is the first 10 seconds. Not the workout, not the project, not the assignment, not the habit. The beginning. You don't need to commit to the full workout, just the warm-up. Not the whole chapter, just the first paragraph. Not the entire task, just the first motion. Because once your body moves, your mind wakes up. And once your mind wakes up, your excuses fall apart. The first step is the kill switch for procrastination. And the 2-minute rule gives your brain that step automatically. Stop negotiating with emotion. Your feelings want comfort. Your future needs courage. When emotion says, not today, action says, we go now. When emotion says, I don't feel like it. Action says, feelings aren't facts. When emotion says, what if I fail? Action says, what if I grow? Every time you choose the first 2 minutes over your mood, you weaken the emotional voice and strengthen the disciplined one. This is how you reprogram your default setting, not through motivation, through repetition. The identity shift. When you act first, consistently, daily, something deeper happens. You begin to see yourself as someone who follows through, someone who moves, someone who executes, someone whose actions lead their emotions, not the reverse. Identity is built from the sum of repeated decisions, and every 2-minute action is a brick in the identity of a disciplined, unstoppable thinker. You don't become successful in a moment. You become successful in the moments you choose action over emotion. If this message hit you, don't save it for later. Don't say, I'll start tomorrow. Don't file it under motivation. Take one action, the first 2 minutes, right now. And if you're serious about rewiring your mind, subscribe, like, and smash the bell. You're not here to wait. You're here to win. Because success doesn't speak the language of excuses, only action. This is Ornick's Mindset, the home of action over emotion. Always remember, fuel the mind, and the rise will follow. Stay strong. Stay rising.